Today's gospel is a powerful reminder of the presence of Jesus in our own lives, especially during the storms that we face. Mark recounts the story of Jesus calming the storm, a narrative that highlights both the disciples' fear and Jesus' sovereign power. As we listen to the passage, let us open our hearts to understand the profound lessons that it holds for us about faith, fear, and the presence of Christ. The lesson begins with Jesus inviting his disciples to cross to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. On the same day, when evening had come, he said to them, "Let us cross over to the other side." Jesus already knew what lay ahead, yet he initiated the journey. And we need to remember that Jesus is aware of the storms we too will encounter. And yet he leads us into them. His purpose is not to abandon us, but to reveal his power and deepen our spirit. As they sailed, a fierce storm arose. The boat was tossed from side to side like a toy, and it began to fill with water. The Sea of Galilee is known for its sudden and violent storms, especially when cool air from the east blows over the warm waters. Likewise, our lives can be suddenly overwhelmed by unexpected trials and challenges. For many, each day is a challenge. Many of the disciples were experienced fishermen, and even they were terrified as the boat began filling with water. They too knew what lay ahead, and they feared that their lives were in imminent danger. In the midst of this chaos, where do we find Jesus? He was in the stern, asleep on a pillow. Jesus, fully human and fully divine, was asleep. His sleep signifies his complete trust in his Father's care and his authority over all creation. The disciples in their panic woke him saying, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" I want us to think for a moment just how often in our moments of fear and desperation do we question God's care for us. The disciples' fear reflects a human tendency to doubt God's love and power when we are faced by overwhelming circumstances in our lives. Jesus awoke and rebuked the wind and the sea, saying, "Peace, be still." And immediately the wind ceased and there was great calm. This miracle certainly demonstrates Jesus' authority over nature. And just as he calmed the physical storm, he can calm the storms within our lives also. His command, "Peace, be still," speaks not only to the elements, but also to our own hearts. When we turn to Jesus in faith, he brings peace that surpasses our understanding, regardless of our external circumstances. After calming the storm, Jesus addressed the disciples, "Why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith?" These questions are pivotal as Jesus challenges his disciples and us, not merely to acknowledge his power, but to trust him fully. Fear and faith are often at odds. Fear paralyzes and distorts our perspective, while faith clarifies our vision of God's love. Jesus' rebuke is not harsh, but a loving call to deeper faith. The disciples, feared withal, asked, "Who can this be that even the wind and sea obey him?" They'd already seen Jesus perform many miracles, yet they still did not understand. And their question underscores the growing revelation of Jesus' identity. He's not just a teacher or healer. He is the Son of God with dominion over all creation. Recognizing Jesus for who he truly is transforms our approach to life's challenges. When we grasp his power and love, we can face any storm with confidence and peace. The story of Jesus calming the storm is a reminder that he is with us in every trial. Jesus invites us to trust him even when the storms of life seem overwhelming. Let us remember his words, "Peace, be still," and allow his peace to fill our hearts. May our faith grow as we recognize his presence and power within our own lives. Let us not be driven by fear, but anchored in the steadfast faith that Jesus is Lord over all. And he is always with us. Amen.